is the fact that while it is true there were documents marked and identified and marked, they are not yet evidence in this case. Because the rules of evidence require, insofar as documentary evidence is concerned, it must be identified, it must be marked, it must be offered in evidence. Because if not offered, it will not be considered. And there must be a ruling of the court. Eh wala pa po nangyayari dito, minarkahan lang, pinakikita ng les publiko, ayan, pag-aari ni Chief Justice ko. Hindi ba very unfair yan? Yun lang ang aming ibig. Wala pa pong ebidensya, sapagkat hanggang ngayon wala pang offer. Hanggang ngayon wala pa pong ruling.
With your respect, Mr. Counsel, we take note of your remarks.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Proceed.
Your Honor, just 30 seconds. We just want to put on record some matter, Your Honor. Please, just around 30 seconds. May I proceed, Your Honor?
Yeah, please.
Thank you. It was raised earlier by the Honorable Senator Escudero and Honorable Senator Joker Arroyo. The issue on the nature of the crime or the nature of the impeachment, or which crime yung crime that would result dun sa impeachable offense. Gaano ba katindi dapat yung krimen na yon? And it was mentioned by the Honorable Senator Joker Arroyo that not all crimes would constitute an impeachable offense.
That's correct.
In the same way, Your Honor,
just a minute. That's correct. If you read the Constitution, it says culpable violation of the Constitution, treason, which is it carries a capital penalty, although it's now reduced to life imprisonment. Bribery, and these are several types of bribery, and then
violation of the
anti-graft law, and other culpable violation of the Constitution, other high crimes. The other high crimes, and as you know, we are both lawyers, issues them generis, meaning those that preceded this term should have an equal value as to the general statement at the end. Correct? Counsel?
May I proceed, Your Honor? Because
yes.
I have also a humble position on the matter. In the same way, Your Honor, that not all offenses punishable by statute are impeachable offenses. There are also offenses which does not amount to a crime but would constitute betrayal of public trust. There was a question earlier coming from Your Honor, Mr. President, to one of the prosecutors about the Plato case. And the question was whether perjury, assuming there is perjury in that case, for the entries, false entries in the SALN, or the Statement of Assets, Liabilities, and Net Worth, it was asked by Your Honor whether it would constitute other high crime. And it was correctly answered by one of the prosecutors when he said no. I just want to put on record, Your Honor, that our charge against the Chief Justice is the untruthful entries in the Statement of Assets and Liabilities, and it would not fall under high crime. It would fall under betrayal of public trust and culpable violation of the Constitution. And under the definition by Bernas, and I will quote, betrayal of public trust intended as a catch-all to cover any violation of the oath of office refers to all acts, even if not punishable by statute, which would render the officer unfit to continue in office. So we just want to put on record that our charge is not high crime, it is betrayal of public trust.
That is why, counsel, I asked whether the evidence presented is to prove culpable violation of the Constitution or betrayal of public trust, or both, to be fair to you. And truly, the distinguished congressman from Cavite said it applies to both. So, I took that, but our opinions about the characterization of a crime as one way or the other is simply an opinion. We will have to evaluate this. And while I respect the constitutional scholar, Father Bernas, well, we'll have to take his opinion under advisement because we will ourselves evaluate what is the meaning of public trust. And that the definition of betrayal of public trust will come from there. Okay.
Mr. President?
Thank you, Your
The
Honor.
Majority Floor Leader.
Yes, we'd like to know if there are any other questions to the witness so that we may discharge him.
We are through with the witness, Your Honor.
We are
Our
requesting-
cross, there is no redirect, Your Honor.
Is that
So
right?
may we request that the witness be excused,
Discharged.
Your Honor.
Yes.
The witness is discharged.
Thank you. Mr. President, before a motion that I will be posing in a while, may we recognize Senator Onasan for a inquiry?
The gentleman from Sorsogon.
Mr. President,
Senator Onasan.
as a senator judge, I cannot put this issue of premature disclosure of information to the public before it is offered as evidence until we hold both the prosecution and the defense accountable and bind them to an order of the court last week, which required or directed the spokesperson of the court to confer with the spokespersons of the prosecution and the defense so that they may moderate their pronouncements and the information that they disclose to media. Because it was our observation, to which no one objected, that apparently the trial outside the courtroom is proceeding faster than the trial inside the court. So, Mr. President, I would submit that we ask the spokesperson of the court for a report now on how that order of the court was implemented. I submit, Mr. President.
I suggest that we take that in our caucus on Monday.
I submit, Mr. President.
We'll
Thank you,
take that up in our caucus on Monday.
Thank you. Mr. President, before the prosecution calls its next witness, I move that we suspend the trial for 15 minutes.
So, trial suspended.
Ito po ang trial ng 15 minuto para bigyan daan ng pag-uusap at caucus nito nga mga senator judges. Nagkaroon, Mark, ng sari-saring diskusyon tungkol sa mga konsepto pertaining pa rin tungkol sa impeachment.
Nakadalawang testigo pero mas lumalim po ang diskusyon on some fundamental questions concerning the impeachment. Mukhang hindi na nasentro doon sa mga detalye na nilahad ng mga testigo kung hindi napunta po tayo uli doon sa mga konsepto na dapat gumabay sa mga senator judges when they make their decisions on this particular issue.
Natalakay, Mark, yung mga grounds for impeachment at just to refresh itong ating mga manonood, tanungin natin itong ating resident legal expert, Attorney Joey, ano nga ba yung mga grounds for impeachment?
Ayon sa ating saligang batas, merong 6 na nasasaad na grounds for impeachment. Yung 6 na grounds na yon, ayon sa ating pagbabasa, ay nahahati sa 2 kategorya. Ang unang category includes, unang-una, yung sinasabing culpable violation of the Constitution, pangalawa, treason, pangatlo, bribery, pang-apat, graft and corruption, at ang panglima, other high crimes. So, sa unang kategorya na yon, kung meron kang ibibintang sa nasasakdal, dapat kapareho ng timbang or sa gravity na sinasabi ng mga nakalistang grounds na yon. Yung pangalawang kategorya naman, yung tinutukoy na betrayal of public trust. Ngayon, nagkaroon ng problema at balitaktakan dahil tinanong ni Senate President Enrile si Prosecution Counsel Barzaga, saan nyo ba hinahain itong issues na nire-raise nyo tungkol sa SALN? Ito ba ay doon sa unang kategorya ng culpable violation of the Constitution or sa betrayal of public trust? Ang sagot ni Prosecutor Barzaga, sa pareho ho. So, doon nagkaroon ng pagtataka at pagtatanong si Senate President Enrile kasi ang tanong niya, saan dito? Alin dito ang tinutukoy niyong vina-violate nitong SALN sa 5 binanggit na
Mukhang
grounds?
pilit, Cathy, Attorney Joing, itinatanong ng Senator Judges kung ano talaga ang level ng proof or sapat na ebidensya to constitute betrayal of public trust or culpable violation of the Constitution. Hindi ba, Attorney Joing, na medyo mahirap talagang sanggutin yan conclusively dahil each Senator Judge will have its own assessment of that degree. Kaya po nasasabi ni Enrile na kahit na yung opinion ng ating constitutional scholar na si Father Bernas will have to be taken on advisement dahil kanya-kanya pa rin yung desisyon.
Tama yan, Mark. Napakahusay ng pagkapaliwanag mo na talagang it is up to the appreciation or pagkakaintindi of each senator kung yung hinahain na ground for impeachment under the articles of impeachment, gaya nitong Article 2, ay sufficient to convince them na talagang, kumbaga, na-betray yung tiwala na binigay ng taong bayan kay Chief Justice Corona. Ngayon, sa kabilang dako naman, ang katanungan tungkol dun sa culpable violation, mas technical yun eh. Kasi ginamit nga ni Senate President Enrile yung Latin term na ejus dem generis. Ibig sabihin, kailangan of the same class, ganun kabigat dapat ang binibintang mo.
Bago natin ituloy itong napaka-interesting na diskusyon, tumungo naman tayo sa briefing room kung saan nagsasagawa ng press con itong prosecution.
For the Senate made a strict rule in terms of disclosure. But if you'll recall, after the Senate spokesperson talked to us, we made it clear already that we don't make any disclosures here unless the matter has already been discussed before the Senate Impeachment Court. And one thing needs to be made clear, which I think let's not get lost at the fact. Huwag tayong maliligaw na parang sinasabi 45 properties, 21 properties. So, ibig ba sabihin, having 21 properties that have been acquired beyond your means is not a sin, but 45 is? Is it not a violation of your oath when in fact you are able to acquire a property which should have been for 24 million but you acquired for 14.5? Is it not a violation of your oath when you, despite having owned a property, 3 condominiums as early as 04, 05, and 09, you do not declare them under oath? Now, let's not get lost. I mean, it only takes one major infraction as far as being liable for perjury is concerned to establish a case of betrayal of public trust, which I think some of my colleagues also want to discuss. But in terms of disclosures and the like, you have to also understand and accept that as far as when the instructions of the Senate was concerned, nung sinabi ng huwag kayong magdi-disclose ng kahit mga pleadings o hindi na ho natin ginagawa yon. Pero that particular disclosure was a result of the subpoena that we filed with the impeachment court.
Sir, parang follow-up question lang. Hindi na ba kayo mahihirapan kung sakasakaling talagang maging mahigpit ang Senate court sa lahat ng spokespersons included sa pagbibigay ng mga pahayag sa mga media, sir? Before and after?
Depende naman sa mga tanong ninyo yan eh. Kung ang mga tanong ninyo at alam ninyo na papasok sa merito, kami po ay magiging restraint, no? At maingat sa pagbibigay po ng impormasyon. Kagaya ng sinabi lang po ni Congressman Miro, ang sabi nga po ang kailangan makita talaga dito, walang problema kung ang pagmay-may-ari ng lupa po ay dinideklara ng makatotohanan sa statements of assets and liabilities and net worth. May problema kung hindi dinideklara ng makatotohanan sa SALN. So yun lang po, no? Yan ang nakalagay po sa Article 2 at yan dapat ang maging sukatan.
Dagdag ko rin po, dun may mga puntos kasi na napag-usapan dun sa floor, yung sa tinatanong ng ilang mga senador kung high crime ba yung ginawa ni Chief Justice Corona. Klaruhin ko lang po, may 6 po na grounds o basehan sa ilalim ng saligang batas at yan po ay ang treason,